And now, welcome to 7 Questions with Emmy.
Brought to you by Timberline Home, whose showroom in Idaho Falls is waiting for you to explore. Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. I'm Emmy Ayton, and my guest today is the anchor and executive editor of Special Report and the chief political anchor on the Fox News channel. Bret Baier has interviewed presidents, world leaders, politicians, and celebrities, but today I'm interviewing him. Bret, thank you so much for talking with me today.
Great to be with you. I'm excited to be interviewed by you.
Are you ready to get started with the questions?
You bet. Fire away.
What made you decide to go into journalism?
In school, I really like to talk in front of people. And so I was in student council and I was in theater, and I knew I wanted to do something public. So I interned at a local TV station and decided that that's really what I wanted to do. That's who I wanted to be. So then everything I did after that, I tried to follow that dream.
Do you ever get nervous before an interview or before you go on the air? And what do you do to stay focused and stop being nervous?
Yeah. So I stopped being nervous like day to day a long time ago, because I've been doing this for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So, my first job was right after school. I was in a local TV station. So I was 22 and now I'm 54. So I've been doing it a long time. But on the big things like the debates, I still get some butterflies because there's a lot of things that could happen that could go different ways, and you have to be prepared for everything. And so what I try to do is take a deep breath and say, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And then I just do it.
Yeah. I interviewed Martha MacCallum in New York last year, and you guys anchored the Republican National Convention and will be anchoring the Democratic National Convention next week. What can viewers expect?
Well, the conventions are fun for the parties because they are lifting up their tickets for the president and the vice president. So it's kind of a party for a week, and they get the week to say what they want to say to the American people about what they want to do if they're president and vice president. So the Republicans had their chance, and now it's the Democrats' chance in Chicago. And I think it'll be interesting to see all the different people and what they feel about the excitement of their new ticket, because obviously it's brand new with Vice President Harris and Governor Tim Walz.
Do you ever get tired of politics and wish that you could report on something else?
Well, the big thing is that I do cover a lot of politics, but I also cover world news. So in my show, Special Report, I do a lot of different kinds of news, whether it's in the US or overseas. And it's kind of politics is this time of year, the election time, but most times other news items really drive the day. So I think I do something different all the time, which makes it exciting.
I live in Idaho, and we are known for our potatoes. Have you ever been here, and what is your favorite way to have a potato?
I have been to Idaho. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. And I liked the twice baked mashed potato with a little bake on top.
The next time you come to Idaho, you'll have to come visit me.
Okay.
And the next time I come to New York, I'll come visit you.
Okay, done. And DC.
Are you in DC? Oh, well, we have friends there too. So
good.
Who is your dream interview?
So for the longest time, I wanted to interview the Pope, and I still do, Pope Francis, but right now, I'm trying to interview the Chinese president, Xi Jinping, because I think world leader interviews are really interesting. And I've interviewed, as you said, a lot of presidents and a lot of world leaders, but the Chinese president would be a really interesting one right now.
Your son, Paul, has had 5 open heart surgeries. How is he doing today, and what have you learned seeing him be strong through all of it?
Thanks for asking. He's doing really great. He finished his 5th open heart surgery 10 weeks ago, and he is doing perfect. I just finished a father-son golf tournament with him in Ireland, and he is 6'3". He's doing fantastic. And what I learned was everybody has something, everybody has some challenge they're going through. It was our challenge. And we really got through it, and he's doing fantastic. So what I tell people is there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and don't get too despairing about your situation.
Well, I'm glad to hear that he is feeling better and doing better.
Thank you.
Now I have some bonus questions for
Okay,
you.
you
Okay.
got it.
What is your favorite junk food?
So my favorite junk food is cheese pizza. And I can look at a cheese pizza and gain a pound. So I need to stay away from cheese pizza, but it is what I like the best. What about you?
Probably like ice cream, like anything, honestly, though. Cheese pizza is good too. You're lucky you live close to New York with the best pizza.
It's true. It's really good pizza.
What has been your most embarrassing moment in the air?
So I've probably had many, but the most embarrassing, I was doing a live report I was working for an NBC affiliate as I was making my way up to Fox. And I was doing a live report and I could not stop laughing. It was this guy came up and he said something to me, and I was in the middle of doing my report. And for some reason, I got the giggles and I could not stop. And that was the most embarrassing thing. I had to toss back to the anchor.
Well, was it like a serious topic that you were covering?
It was like a town council meeting. It was pretty serious, but for some reason I got the giggles, and the anchor handled it great. He said, "Obviously, you're having a good time at the town council." So,
Well, that's a good way to, improv it.
yeah, exactly.
Can you share a piece of advice for me and our audience?
Yeah. So I think sometimes you don't know how you're going to get to your goal. Like you think about things and how you're going to get from point A to point B. And what I say is keep driving. Sometimes you don't know what the future is going to hold, but keep pushing forward. And then sometimes it unfolds for you. So the analogy I use is that you're in a car and it's very dark and you have just the use of one of your headlights and it's kind of dim and you can kind of just make out the sides of the road, but you're driving, right? And then over time, your other headlight comes on and you can see more of the road and you're still driving forward. And then you can use your high beams and you see even more. And then the sun starts coming up and you see a long span of the road. And then the sun is up and you're over a hill and suddenly you see your destination. But along the way, you didn't really see all of the road and you just have to keep driving.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for chatting with me, Bret. Be sure to
You-
tell Martha, Dana, Wilhelmer, and Janice I say hi. And don't forget, you guys can watch Bret every single night on Special Report.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye. 7 Questions with Emmy, brought to you by Timberline Home, whose showroom in Idaho Falls is waiting for you to explore.